Ah, look like we ready to start the show. My nigga Great Fire in the building on Christmas Eve. What's that? It's Christmas time. All right, let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. On a Wednesday, best day, blessed day. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, interviews, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and Usher to the left, Diddy to the right, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. We in the end game because it's Wednesday, it's Christmas Eve for some of y'all motherfuckers. That celebrate Christmas. Shout out to everybody rocking with us live on Instagram, live on YouTube. I see you, Great Fire, my nigga BouT. Rap Housey, what's the word? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling great. Back in the gym. Only one day though, I ain't gonna front. Definitely mad sore since my first day working out, and almost 4 months since the car accident, since me, fracturing my ribs and being real broken real bad. So every day I give thanks, every day I'm grateful, but definitely feeling good to be back in the gym. Soon we're gonna be back on a billion. You know what I mean? But I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Closing out the year. You know what I mean? Next week is the end of 2025, and I know a lot of people were celebrating Christmas tomorrow. I don't celebrate. If you're just new to the channel, I don't celebrate no holidays. I'm not really with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Call a spade. It just is what it is. Today my sister's birthday. You know what I mean? Capricorn's in the building. Tomorrow my brother's birthday. Capricorn's in the building. Saturday my mom's birthday. Capricorn's, they in the building. New Year's Eve, my cousin's birthday, we in the building. Then July 12th, my brother's birthday. July 17th, my son's birthday, small boy, one of them. And so we got a lot of Capricorns, and we're going to be celebrating. We feeling good, we in the spirit. But on the flip side of me not celebrating, and a lot of yous celebrating, I think we talked about this during the Thanksgiving, holiday time, where 1.5, like not the purple tape, not the purple tape, which we quote all the time on the channel, not the purple tape, 1.5. Say no names, serial numbers clean, say yes or no. So like 1.5, 2.5 billion with a B, like the lotto tonight, the Powerball. How many of y'all played the Powerball tonight? That shit is 1.7 billion with a B. You know what I mean? Change your whole life around. They ain't letting no niggas win. Sorry to tell you, I did spend a little $20, but chances are slim to none. But it's like my Uncle Jay used to always say, you gotta be in it to win it, money. Gotta be in it to win it. So I pull a little $20 on it, see if we wake up, you know what I mean, with a whole different stratosphere. But anyway, the consumer in you, not me, because I don't buy gifts, I don't indulge in no form of fashion. In fact, when I got to go to the supermarket on Thanksgiving or Christmas, because somebody forgot something like my mom's or somebody that can't do it and I want to be helpful, and you got to listen to the songs, have a holly jolly Christmas, and Santa Claus coming to town, and the snowman, all this bubblegum shit, right? And we do all this big spending because we not broke. We just spend our money in the wrong places. So I was talking with some of my coworkers today. I'm like, damn, you know, some of them got kids, and I don't knock nobody that celebrates. So I'm being funny, but I'm not really trying to offend nobody. To you be your way, and to me be mine. Everybody got to live how they want to live. Live and let live. Even though, yeah, we're gonna be judgmental sometimes, and we're gonna have some shit to say, and just don't be too sensitive. That's how I view it, right? But they got kids and shit. And I'm like, yo, imagine if just all of us that's right here. I think it was about like 7 of us. I'm like, imagine if we all, instead of buying toys and presents for our ladies and, you know, aunts and uncles, little cousins and them, little Ray Ray and Boo Boo and shit, that we put our money together and did some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just 10 families. You know, we talk about this on the channel a lot. Financial literacy, financial freedom, like Jay-Z said, is my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke, right? So we all could put a couple dollars together instead of going to Target, to Walmart, the places we supposed to be boycotting already, right? Because we know they don't fuck with us. How much better would we be if we was pulling our money together? And that's why I quote the Wu-Tang. My seeds go with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. When we get it out the mud together, then the people in high places that got, you know, agendas and shit in motion for us, right? It'd be harder for them to do it because we'll have some fighting power. And Tupac once said, I remember what you niggas told me. Told me don't go to war till I got my money right. I got my money right now. I'm ready for war. Because you can't go on the run. You ain't got no money. You can't hide out at your cousins in them house unless they really, really, really down for you. Like, meaning, like, when I say really down, I mean, like, when the ATF, boom, 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 open the door, ATF, when they come kicking the door for you, you just the cousin. You just the brother that ain't got shit. They love you, but they ain't really to put their life on the line. Dun, dun. They're not willing to do that. When you got bread, though, that shit changes everything. Damn near, right? And when you see this side note, but I did wanted to open up with this monologue as far as, you know, the holidays, the spending power that we have as a collective, what we spend our money on, and why we go into the next year broke. I'm outside. Y'all know I'm with the Cure Violence, you know, shit like that. You know, we try to minimize, mediate, de-escalate any type of, you know, situation that we can to stop people from getting their life taken, right? And although this supposed to be have a holly jolly Christmas and this is the happy holidays people tell you, right? A lot of people are not happy. They're not happy. When I'm out in the street, out and about doing my job, or even outside of my job, just regular interactions with people, when you go inside the stores or wherever you at, right? Wherever people are congregating at. Some of them is upset. They miserable, they mean, they rude. They on edge. They feel stress and frustration, anxiety, because they ain't got no money. Baby need new shoes. Papa need a new, you know what I mean? Papa need a new, you know what I mean? Little chain or something. Your moms need a new bag. And I'm just throwing things out there, but it really is true. And people be on edge because the demands of these times bring. So they knock you over the head, you know what I mean? With you know, and I seen another post, but we talk about it. I didn't realize that every month it was a holiday. I did not realize that because I don't celebrate. So I started from like October, you know what I mean, when you got to buy your little kids costume outfits. Then Thanksgiving roll around, and November is mad shit to celebrate. It's Thanksgiving, it's Black Friday, it's Cyber Monday, it's small businesses. Then the big holiday roll around, Christmas, St. Nicholas, and all the months going by, they getting you for your money. And what Gangstar said? But he's sticking you and taking all your money. Like, somebody say that he's a dummy but he's sticking you and taking all your money. Like, it's a daily operation. He might be deep in the park or lurking at the train station. Like, they lurking everywhere, online, offline. Soon as you go around, and then after tomorrow, Christmas for most people. Happy New Year! We made it! Yeah, we gonna celebrate. Go to the liquor store, buy all these bottles, or even go to the club where they raising that shit. Should have bought a Don Julio. And I don't drink no more, but Don Julio, what, $70? You go to the club, that shit $320. So they booking you 3 times over, but you a baller, right? You a baller. You waited all week to celebrate the end of the year, and you making it. Then right after that, it's Lovers' Birthday, it's fucking Valentine's Day. You got to get your ungrateful ass lady, right? Or your stinking ass man, some Timbs, you know what I mean? Or some chocolate and shit. Get him that ugly ass sweater. You know what I mean? And then every single fucking day after that, or every month after that, it's a new hit over the head. By the time you look up and you file your taxes, which I used to do, I used to work as a tax preparer, and then I have my own site. Y'all know this already if you rock with the channel. Good looking, hit the subscribe button. By the time them taxes roll around, even if you getting like 10 bands back because you got 3 and 4 kids from 4 and 3, 5 baby daddies, right? And I'm just being funny, but I'm not, because there is some women out there like that, right? And your baby daddies is deadbeats. We get it. Cokehead niggas on drugs, now they on the run eating. Gray, what up? When you get that money, it's gone. Because you got to pay back. You got to put all that money back from last year. You got to put it back. So you aggravated now. You don't really want to buy no Christmas toys for your badass kids. No LeBron James. No Kevin Durant. Or whatever sneakers is out now. Those headphone Beats. Whatever it is. Even if that shit is off Temu, right? That's the cheap shit, right? Sheen. Get you to buy like Temu, Sheen, all the Asian places. They're going to get our money right here in the hood, in our neighborhoods, and online. They're going to get your money. And I say get your money because I don't really do all that. I've been stopped doing that. My little nieces and cousins and them, they know not to ask Uncle Leon for shit because I don't celebrate. I don't indulge. I don't want to be a part of it. And this is the last thing I'll end before we get to a couple other trending topics tonight. At these functions, right? These gatherings, these celebrations, how many of us is really, after we drink our little eggnog, you know what I mean, eat your little chicken and collard greens, you watching the football game, or tomorrow you're going to be watching LeBron James, right? You're going to be watching basketball, or just decompressing from a long week of work, getting, making what did Pac said? Mom's made a miracle every Thanksgiving, so you ain't really have it, but you sold your ass, you know what I mean? And some women got to do this. That's real talk, what I'm saying. I know firsthand some women, right? You made it happen for your little ones. They don't know. You know what I mean? What was that? That was the movie Set It Off was about, right? Not about Christmas, but what Jada Pinkett was behind on the bills, right? So she let a little nigga, she used what she got to get what she could get. You know what I mean? And then you keep it moving. So your mood ain't really the best. But at those functions, in these holiday gatherings, we're not talking about financial education, financial freedom. We're not putting our minds together, sober minds, to say, yo, your credit 840, right? My shit is in the dumps, but I got some money in the back room, and Cousin Ray, he took a course, and woo, and we could try to get it out the mud together so that next year when this time roll around, we a little better off than what we are now. A lot of us look up, when the year ends for the wrap up, like Uncle Murder, shit crazy, and you still in the same position, self-included for a lot of years, to get out that mindset, and you fix your mindset, because nothing changes until the mind changes. The body goes as the mind goes. Oh, shit is all bad, then it's gonna be all bad. You start seeing the glass half full, then shit get a little, your mind state is, you can analyze shit a little better. That's the facts. You can argue with somebody else, and I know I'm not the smartest. I ain't got no college degrees and all that shit, but some people graduate and they still stupid. So, you know what I mean? I got a GED, but yeah, I understand that the body goes as the mind goes. You got to change your thinking first before anything else can follow. So let's work on a game plan for 2026, because after Christmas, here go the New Year's resolutions, and we when the ball drop cut the phone off, you know what I mean, when the ball drop and everybody can't find you, and then when April pop up and income tax is over, you the same individual from last year. So let's work on that. Which brings me to this. We in game cuz it's a trending topic that's going around right now, and it's if you hope we didn't make it, fuck you. Talk with a heart full of hatred, fuck you. And you said we wouldn't cake it, fuck you. Only my man blood is sacred, cocksucker, fuck you. I tell you in your face, fuck you. Pull it off my waist, hit you up, fuck you. And watch you die on the street, fuck you. Whoever feeling sad at the funeral, fuck them too. Oh, what we talking about? We talking about everybody's a snake, so I try to keep the grass cut so I can see them when they coming. Then I heat their ass up. Because the niggas that you went to school with will catch you while you in your new whip, turn your brains into cool whip. Niggas that you running around getting ass with ain't gonna help you do nothing but carry your casket. Got the nerve to ask Kiss why I smoke so much and how I'm such a young nigga that seem to know so much. While you was running around pumping for niggas, I was listening. You still pumping for niggas. I'm coming through visiting. You heard LOX came through in the yellow Lex. Hopped out with the Air Force Ones with yellow checks. Ice in the Rolo. Know what I mean? Burner under the polo. You know the song. That's one of my favorite songs by the Lox. Fuck you. And the topic at hand is fuck the streets. And the name of that album was We Are the Streets, right? Big trending topic. And I did 2 lives, I think, without giving my thoughts on this topic. So we're going to give them now. And a lot of rappers has weighed in. And I believe this topic was started by 21 Savage and Young Thug, right? And basically what I gathered before all of the, rappers started weighing in on this is basically it's like the mentality, the streets as a whole, how the streets give it up because they don't love nobody. We should start a movement / hashtag fuck the streets, right? So you had BouT, Lil BouT weigh in. You had Waka Flocka weigh in. You had I forget the light skinned brother name that be on Instagram. His page be real lit with like a lot of hip hop topics and just a lot of regular random people, right? People like, yeah, well, if you saying fuck the streets, then you should be careful because you got your hustle from the streets. The streets raised you and made you into who you are and woo and and without dismissing it, in its entirety, like that train of thought, I do give that some validity with some individuals, and we know that every path and every journey of us as individuals and collectively is different. Although we may be walking the same path, we're not walking the same path because I came in this world by myself. I'm probably going to die by myself. Even if I die in a horrible way in a plane crash and we all go into our death. Yes, we're dying together because we're all in the plane, but I'm dying by myself. And my mind and my thoughts, my life, my journey, I'm going to die by myself, right? And so are you, even though you might be right next to me, even if we grab hands, we still dying alone or by ourselves, not alone, right? I just say that to say that the streets is not a monolith, just like black folks are not a monolith, right? But I think some people are missing the whole point of it, right? It's the same, I want to get the brother name right. I want to say it's Harrell Williams or Harrell something, and forgive me if I'm misspeaking on the brother name, who started the trend. To my knowledge, he started the trend / the hashtag, which is fuck prison, right? And I want to parallel these two things because they're kind of similar, right? Fuck the streets, fuck prison. If you say fuck the streets, then you basically saying fuck prison as well, because we know what comes with the street. Death becomes you, or you die in a vacant cell, 25 to life, 30 years, the crackers get you, other black motherfuckers that's locked up with you get you. You know what I mean? Time gets you because it robs you of life, vitality, even though you may be preserved for a little while. Captain America, you on ice, so to speak. So you come home at 40, 45, looking like me, you know what I mean? People like, you can't believe you in your 40s, yeah. That's why I'm so happy that I can work out back again and get back in the gym. But that's a side note. You still look young. Yeah, you may be preserved in certain areas, but your time on the earth is not preserved. Just because you did 30 in the pen and you went in that 19 and now you know what I mean, 49 or 59 rather, you could look young, but your time on the earth is not young. We know that we have less years in front of us than we did in back of us. Or however the saying goes, I got more years in back of me than I do in front of me. Because there's no guarantee you live into 100. There's no guarantee you live into 80, no matter how veganism you is. No matter how much you on a treadmill like me. Dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get I'll be on a treadmill going ham. That doesn't mean anything. Because I can walk outside and the motherfucker from the streets I'll be like, yeah, nigga, fuck you. And take off everything you got. Oh, and by the way, I'm still going to kill you. I'm going to take everything you got and I'm still going to kill you. So to fuck the streets and fuck the prison hashtags, hopefully movements, with the mindset is that ain't nothing nice in the streets. You know that motherfuckers kill their own brothers in the streets. Niggas kill their moms in the street. Their moms put out hits on motherfuckers in life insurance, and it's low down, greasy, grimy, it's nasty, it's dirty. It takes from us what it can take. And basically it takes everything. It'll take everything from you. So it's not saying, yo, fuck where you came from, fuck the niggas that's still there, because you made it now, right? Because Savage 21 is big time. I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of his songs, but in the rap world, he's pretty big time. And if you see me looking around, I got a lot of cameras rolling. We live on my own camera over here in case this shit go off. I need my own footage. This is Instagram. And when I'm looking up top, that's YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow your boy, right? They not saying fuck niggas in the hood. It's saying fuck the thinking in the hood. You know what I mean? It's fuck the things that come with the mentality of the hood. And it's coming from a street nigga. Or what would be dubbed as a street nigga. 3-time felon, shot niggas, been shot at in the street. My attitude is gangster, so I stay in some beef, like sold drugs, did all that shit, robbed niggas and all that, right? And been through the system, been around other criminals, been indoctrinated in criminology. Like the purple tape. What's today's mathematics? Knowledge God. Like criminology rap, like nigga been indoctrinated in that since a young youth. A young youth. 10, 11, 9. You know what I'm saying? From stealing cars, doing whatever, like the criminal mentality, and then seeing other people exacerbate the same behaviors and display the same tendencies. It develops and morphs into a street mentality. Dog eat dog, and, you know, get it out the mud, that killing people is right. That doing shit to old people and, you know, being raised, throwing garbage out the window, pissing in the fucking, in the elevator in the project building, and, you know, looking at people that walk by the neighborhood that live in the same neighborhood as you, that's black like you. And we 23 minutes into the show, and oh, but you're black. You looking at motherfuckers that look like you, and like the Malcolm X movie. What makes you ashamed of being black? Like, this is the attitude. This is the mentality of the streets. So I understand that some people's a little sensitive when you hear motherfuckers say fuck the streets. Tiffany Robb, what's the word? 9476. What's the word? Happy Wednesday. We live with the Wednesday show before Christmas, which we don't celebrate. And we're talking about the trending topic of fuck the streets. And why some people was rubbed the wrong way. And why some took it like, oh, I get what he's saying. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because what has it gotten us? You can say, yo, hip-hop came from that. You learned your hustle from that. Yeah, you're going to make the best out of a fucked up situation, because life has to still life. We have to still live. And, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. But that doesn't make it right. Same thing with fuck prison slogan. It's like, why throw a brick at the penitentiary and then go to jail for 15, 10 years when you could have developed the trade, when you could have hung around people that would have told you, like, yo, that ain't really the wave, my nigga. Like for instance, we see people already saying fuck the streets. Well, I forget the streamer name. I want to say his name is Rob or Audi or something. And he was like, yeah, ain't no street nigga could tell me nothing. He like, the streets been dead. He like, I get more money on streaming than a nigga can ever get from hustling the streets. I'm in a penthouse. He like, I'm legally licensed to carry. So the same cig you could carry, I could carry too. Legally. Ain't nothing no nigga can tell. Like, he like, unless you was getting old money, I don't want to hear that shit. So the young brothers already get, like, yo, niggas like me, that's in my age bracket, that was out playing with the biscuits, hustling, robbing, doing the dumb shit. People in the Manos and Fabulous and Jim Jones, and I mention them because they're public figures that's always in the news. We're in the same age bracket, right? So we done did shit, or you may not have done shit. But my sons, my little cousins and them, and they learn because hey, ladies, don't get mad at this one. What I think people like me, men like me, that been through the storm and we was blessed to get through, we gonna tell our little cousins, yo, you wanna be bending over in jail for some nigga you don't know that's gay or not gay telling you to lift your nuts, bend over, spread your cheeks and cough? Is that what you want? You like your mother cooking, right? You like that mac and cheese you about to eat tomorrow? Well, you don't get mac and cheese in prison. You get yakisobe and chili con corn, nigga. You get 2 hot dogs with one mustard pack, and you gotta eat it dry. Pause. You gotta be locking with a nigga you don't want to lock with. You gotta be up in the mountains freezing, no visits, your mail being monitored, shit like that. Running around with niggas that's really bananas, and now you confined to a block. Like you confined to a block out here, but if you figure it out, you can get on a plane and travel. You can change your zip code, and then you ain't changing shit. You there for the duration, nigga. Or you can hang it up and off yourself. So we telling them what we did, that it didn't work, and that being a square, if you will, I'm just using square because I don't believe in those terminologies anyway no more. At yesteryear I did, like 9 to 5. Well, what Cam said, I'd be damned if I work for some fucking white cracker, right? Well, I think they got the bag from the white cracker. Ain't no black nigga give them that 20 million or whatever they got for that podcast that they got. Some white motherfucker gave them that. Same white motherfucker that sound like he on the phone with 50 Cent talking about Jim Jones and them, their podcast ain't worth shit. Some white motherfucker. But that's side note. Everybody gonna have a boss until you become the boss. So I used to have that mentality, but I tell my little cousins and them, oh nah, that's not the way. You go get a job. Go get a trade. Go do this, go do that. Get the information so that you don't have to feel like you just gotta be in the streets. So that's how we reverse it little by little. And I only pointed the ladies out because of, y'all can get mad or you can not get mad. You can agree or you can disagree, and we'll just have a disagreement. A lot of ladies that get older and they did shit a little wrong, you don't really see a lot of them online like pushing it forward to the youth. And I work with kids. Like, XYZ, and I was living the whole life, or I was doing shit wrong. I was dealing with street niggas and gang niggas, and I got fucked up in the game. I didn't go to jail, but I had a baby. I didn't finish school. My education lacked, or I got caught. I got HIV, or I got this, I got that. I got cut in the face by another bitch. Dealing with bum ass niggas and street shit, right? Because we all deal with it, just on different levels. We need more pushing forward of that to the youth. And then we'll have more streamers be like, oh nah, nigga, ain't no hustling nigga could tell me shit. I ain't feel no type of way about, the young brother saying that. And he was talking, loud and proud, and he was right. He was right. Because the hustling of yesteryear can't compete with the hustling of today's time. If you could think, and you're not afraid of how people judging you and viewing, who gives a fuck anyway? Well, a motherfucker gotta say it. I could give a fuck what a hater gotta say, or anybody else for that matter. Because you're not paying my bills. You're not in a relationship with my lady. You're not raising my kids. You really have no bearings or say-so on what I'm doing. So fuck you. And that's why we started this topic off. If you hope we went and make it, fuck you. Talk with a heart full of hatred, fuck you. And you said we wouldn't cake it, fuck you. Only my man blood is sacred, cocksucker. Fuck you. Like I tell you in your face, fuck you. Pull it off my waist. So that's how we pay it forward. If you were sensitive, like Kanye West said, ooh, they so sensitive. You know, the Waka Flockas and the other people. Brazzy, what's the word? You know what I mean? I am Sabrina Fox, what's the word? Happy Wednesday. Don't get too sensitive. Like, you know what I mean? This is something we have to reverse quick, fast, and hurry. Adults, but especially men, mano a mano, we should be able to have a disagreement, a conversation about some things that I don't like that you did, or you don't like how I conducted myself or how I spoke, without getting overzealous and wanting to kill or be in your feelings. And even if you're in your feelings for a little minute, you come back to reality, like, all right, bro, you was right. Let's pound it up, let's broski it up, and let's keep it moving. When you get too much in your feelings because you're too sensitive about the information that's being shared while y'all communicating, you're not going to agree with everything. So you don't have to agree with the fuck the streets, but what have the streets done now? You became a millionaire rapper, a young thug, right? See what the streets got him though. He became a millionaire rapper, big household name, still caught the RICO. Still ended up in jail. Man with allegations, still might have told him. Oh, another one, even though we don't really mention or talk about him, but 6ix9ine, like, they was worrying about me going platinum and, you know, ooh, but now it's fuck the streets. No, a lot of people been saying this. It's just maybe being publicized now with a hashtag attached to it, but I've been saying fuck the streets. I've been telling my little cousins, my little nephews and them, and even my little nieces, like, yo, don't be fucking with those street niggas and all these dumb niggas that can't think past go, don't got no credit score, ain't trying to get no job, don't got no skills, can't change no tire, don't know how to hit no hammer, you know what I mean, don't even know how to put up a basic chair or a cabinet. Leave them bum ass niggas alone, because they not going to do nothing but get some buns from you, get you pregnant possibly, and keep it moving. And then you'll be one of them chicks online, a single baby mother, talking about, yeah, you know, I got baby father ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. No, the nigga you chose to have a baby with is not shit. Not all men, because I don't fit in that category. And never once that I did. Never once that I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to say that. So I agree with fuck the streets. Maybe not every little thing that goes with it, because some other people made valid points. That's what we're talking about. But overall, as a mentality, yes. Fuck the streets and fuck prison. If you smart, you better be teaching your kids the same thing, because why would you not? Especially if you've been there. And it's the last thing. I know I could talk. That's why I bring up Cam, and I know you talk about me a lot, my nigga. There's no disrespect. There's no pun intended. It's nothing negative. But he does have a thing where he seems like he want to be a street guy. You know what I mean? Or known as a street guy. When it's niggas like Farris, it's niggas like Blue, it's various people, and I just mentioned them because they from my block. They just came home not too long ago, and I just seen Farris the other day while we was out there, you know, on 40th doing some toy drive shit for the brothers that do it up there, whatever. I forget the organization name, pardon me. You know, I don't celebrate. I just was doing it because it was my job. Brothers like him would never want to go back. And he like, I just finished doing the toy drive too. You over here working with sis, woo, 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 He like, that's good. Niggas like him that put pain in, no matter how you view that pain, whether you like, oh, and you cheering it on, or you looking down like, yeah, only kill some other black motherfuckers, no matter how you view it, they don't want to go back to prison. They telling other young brothers like, yo, don't do what I did, because I just did 30 for a couple of bodies. And some niggas ain't catch no bodies. Not to say that is right, but you never did nothing on certain other individuals' level, and you want to claim something that they trying to run from. One of my best mans, he did shit, right? More than a lot of niggas. He never want that jacket on. He like, yo, Lee, I don't be wanting niggas to know I was out here with the blicky. I don't want people to know. I don't want my kids to know that. That's what I respect. That's keeping it 100 and taking the high road. Instead of living out your glory day. Yeah, you know, we used to do XYZ. We used to woo, nigga, shut the fuck up. Because nobody cares. And you're not doing anything positive with that information. You're not pushing nobody towards something right. You just living out your fantasy and hoping niggas be looking up to you and all, like, oh yeah, you caught bodies, or you was with such and such. You was rolling with the lynch mob, or whoever. Okay, cool. Where did that get you? 30 years in prison. Wishing you could be with your family, but you can't. See what I'm saying? So it's not impressive, basically. You don't get no props from niggas that been there and done that. Because they looking at you like, bro, you glorifying this shit? I don't even want to be associated with this shit. I wish I could snap my fingers like Doctor Strange and make everybody forget that I never did none of those things. Because I'd be a whole different person. But no matter where you go, there you are. So yeah, the streets do shape us in certain aspects. So you can't, totally get rid of it, but you can say, yo, fuck it in this aspect. And that's what it is. Let's talk about this shit though. Because last time I didn't have all the information. I had ended the live. I had ended my live. I was about to talk about it. But I didn't have all the info. Where's the story at right here? Another streamer, right? Well, her name is Jordan Pauline or whatever the fuck her name is, right? I think I got it here. If I don't got it, we'll just talk about it because I got more information on it now. Basically, she a bird. It's a bird trap. You think if he ain't rap, she would flirt back? Muhammad, what's the word? Sound like a rocket to Allah to the brother. Oh, here you go right here. Prayers up. Her name is Jordine Pauline. Posted concerning messages before deleting her ex account. Blah, blah, blah. Mental health. Woo, woo, woo. And And we don't want to hear that shit, right? I don't got the brother name. Is the brother name here?
Sexually assaulted at a party. A streamer award party.
Oh, his name is TaLking. So that's what it was, right? I know this is already spinning in the news. It's spinning in the clip. And my last live, if you've seen the last live, I was about to talk about it, but I didn't get a chance to do any studying on it. And real quick, y'all know outside of the channel, I could give a fuck. Like, honestly, I only really study and get the details right so that I can come and when I do talk about it, I got the name right, the year, certain details. And I didn't have that then, so I'm like, nah, I'll just wait, you know what I mean? So my last live was kind of brief. And this one we ain't gonna be on that long either. I see we on here for 37 minutes so far. Anyway, this streamer, Jordine Pauline, right, accused Talil of sexual assault and doing the most, right? And he went on live. If you don't know, if you just hearing it from me, even though the story is like 4 or 5, maybe a week old, right? He went on and he showed the receipts, the Uber, the recording. He like, even I don't read recording, but I had to record because only thing I didn't like though, I ain't gonna lie, from listening to his live, is when he called his girl, I believe he got a girlfriend, his partner. I don't know why. It wasn't triggering, but it was like, these is words that certain people use. Like if you a man, you be like, no, that's my lady, that's my girl, that's my girlfriend, that's my wife, that's my wifey. You don't really hear men be like, oh yeah, that's my partner. You know what I mean? Partner, and there's no offense to nobody, you could do what you want to do. We all can for the time period that we're going to be here, and then we'll be judged. That's that. I'm not the judge. I may have opinions, I may have some thoughts on how you're living, but I'm not the one that's going to be judged. I'm not the judge that matters. So you can do what the fuck you want to do, right? Anyway, people that's on the LG5 train and you want a QBR, you want a backline or whatever with that type of shit, then you like, yo, my partner. You know what I mean? So when he was like, yo, my partner called me, then after that she started acting weird, so I pressed record. That's the only thing that out of the whole story that his side of the story, that I was like, partner, how your girl look, nigga? You know what I mean? I start thinking a little bit like, do you got a girl or do you got somebody else? Because men don't really use that. Or am I bugging out? Maybe I'm a little old school still. Is the young niggas and young people referring to their significant other as their partner now? Because like, yo, that's my life partner. Like, that's like, the LGB5. That's like the L train. They be using these words, for whatever reason. Again, there's no judgment zone. This is the judge-free zone, although we're going to judge your ass whether you like it or not. We're going to have some thoughts on what you're doing. You know what I mean? But anyway, he said she started acting a little funny style, so he recorded, and good for him, right? At least he recorded. He got all the evidence. Then when she get home, she act like she left her phone or she lost her phone, asked him to send her $2,000. Like, one for you, one for me. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 1, 2 3 for me. Like, don't try to play me like I got a flower pot head. Like, oh, you say you lost your phone and you need $2,000 for what exactly? What? You just finished having a one-night stand with me, even though he was like, I'm going to catch you on the rebound. So basically, long story short, Shorty is a bird. She ain't a good person. She hella whack online talking about she hate black men. And all these black men, like the Somalian bitch, right? And we gonna call it your bitch. I know sometimes it should be sounding harsh when I be saying it, but this is how people talk in the real life. So I feel like, why should I get on here and try to dress it up when off camera? This is how I'm talking. Like, fuck that bitch. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta talk like that. It's like, your bitch, you fucking Somalian bitch, you gonna lie on a black man. All these black men out here, let that black man hit me with a brick. That nigga ain't hit you with shit. You shot your face up with that saline and you thought you was gonna get a money grab. And now you can't be on social media for a year, 2 years, and they gave you whatever. But that's the Somalian bitch. This bitch right here, talking about she got a white nigga that ain't pop, and you know, I don't even like this nigga. So if you ain't like him, why you ran down on him, got in his limo, went back to his crib, he asked you, did you want an Uber? You said, oh no, I got a Twinkle. Go upstairs, wash your little box probably, come downstairs, let him clap cheeks, booty clapping sounds. And then when he like, yo, you know, my lady called me, or my partner, then you get an attitude and you try to blackmail me. And it really had me mad because we seen a lot of brothers, right? Not only this year, last year, and a few years going back. Like, it's a constant theme of women just saying, oh, nigga got money, nigga got a little status, nigga got a little, you know, popularity or what have you. I'm going to book this nigga. The Joy Taylor, right? And I'm going to throw her name in the pot because we cooking right now. And a lot of people glossed over, or they just totally threw out what she said about the white motherfucker. She like, oh no, yeah, and if that ever happens, I'm just gonna say that he, you know, he used his power, you know, his position of being over me in rank, and I'm his subordinate, and he had his way with me. What? What? So your girlfriend is telling you like, yo, you fucking Acho, or whoever she's fucking, right? You fucking such and such, and you fucking the boss. But what happens, you know, I don't think that's right. Well, I'm going to just say the boss used his power and he had his way with me. So you're going to lie? Not on the black man. You're going to lie on the man and say that he had his way with you, which is foul. That's all the way foul. And a lot of those interviews that she did, nobody held her feet to the fire. Nobody said, so was you really going to press charges or say that homeboy sexually assaulted you or pressured you because he was over you to be his sex slave so you could keep your job? Oh, so we're not asking those questions. Okay, got it. We're not asking none of those questions. We're just going to let you say and do, say anything. Say anything. Are we? I think you should start going to jail. You going to jail now, like you should go to jail. You should get your ass whipped, really, basically. And coming from somebody that's on some IMP shit, you should get your ass whipped. Because you trying to destroy a man. Destroy his reputation, destroy what he built, fuck his family up, fuck his name up, his last name, like everything over a lie. And then also what you do is you discredit the real people who, you know, was SA, was really taking advantage of. Boss really leaned on him. You want this job, the way your bosoms and the way you be bouncing around in the office, what you gonna do to keep this job? Because I'm the boss. I'm HR, I'm everything. I'm the judge, jury, and prosecutioner. So if you try to, you know, take it to the higher ups, or you try to put in a grievance or what have you, it's only going to get back to me. And when it gets back to me, I'm going to throw you out on your ass. How you going to pay for your kids' tuition? How you going to pay for your mortgage and all that? You know, this shit really happens. But for the people that lie, like this Jordan bitch, like, you going to lie on that young man, and you went back willingly. You let him pop you willingly. And then when you seen that he had you probably already knew he had a girlfriend. That's the crazy shit about it. He probably already knew he had a girl. But you fucked him anyway. Then when you thought you was going to lose the nigga, you going to go try to file a fake report. Then she was sending the memes like, yo, this is your last warning. You know, I think she sent the, what you call it? A Jocelyn, a Jocelyn meme or some shit like that. It's like, yo, serious? You going to blackmail me? And we both got hot? So why you going to try to blow up my spot? It's a big reference. You know what I mean? Like, you want to blow up my spot because we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig than in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the need. Like, don't do that to me, man. You know I'm on the up and coming. Like, you know what I mean? Don't do that. And the women that does these type of things, more women need to call them out on their bullshit. They need to make sure that they get their public lashing. Like Dr. Umar Johnson said, you need to get a public fucking ass whipping. Even if it's just make you shut off your comment section. Because that's how bad we in your comments beating you up about how you was trying to get this man destroyed and ruined. You don't deserve no grace or no pass. You deserve every single thing that you're going to get. Every single thing. To me. To me. Excuse me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But you need to lose everything you work for. Then women will stop doing this. That's what I think. That's what I would like to see done. Women like the Somalian chick, the brick lady. Women like Jordan, Pauline, that's lying, saying men did X, Y, Z to you when they didn't. Everything was adult consensus. You did it on, you did it because you got hot. You did it because you wanted to. He sweet talk you, woo, whatever it is. No pressure, no rain, no none of that. Then you flip the switch and lie. You should be publicly humiliated. You should be thrown in jail, and you should get your ass whipped. I'm keeping it a buck. Some people are like, oh, that's too harsh. Like, we don't hit women. No, she need a fucking ass whip. And everything that she worked for, if she has something of value, should be stripped from her. And I guarantee women won't be doing it no more. Imagine if men was doing that shit. We'd be looking at them like, damn, my nigga, another woman tried to influence on you. You giving the community dick away. Like, just imagine if it was reversed, like a circle. And you wasn't whipped by that pussy. You was whipping that pussy, and then you came out like, nah, she sweet talked me. She took me to the movies and brought me some Timbs, and then she took the jump off. You niggas would be like, what? Other niggas went and let that shit ride. We can hear you well, or we can't hear you well. Bye, you can or you can't. Which one? We're gonna wait for my brother Bye to tell us. We can hear you well or we can't hear you well. Which one? Yes or no? Yes, no. Which one? Which one, Bob? Oh, you can't. Alright, let me see. I don't know what's going on. What about now? Nah, motherfucker. Alright, I'm gonna end this live and then I'm gonna come back. Yeah, kid. Yeah, kid. Let's see if y'all can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We back, we live, we rolling. We unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. That's all. I just think, what about now, Ba? Smart guy, what's the word? Yeah, kid. My brother, salute. Ba, what about now? You good? All right, let's talk about this last thing, though. All right, good. Let's talk about this, Nicki Minaj shit, right? It's spinning in the clip. A lot of people got a lot of comments and shit to say on it. First, what I find interesting is what she did was being anti-black. What makes you ashamed of being black? She hated on herself. Although she was dressed nicely, she spoke nicely, she spoke clearly. And although people may not have agreed with what she was saying, she didn't go on stage shaking her ass like Megan Thee Stallion at the rally for Kamala Harris. So I'm like, damn, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, one is shaking their ass, being the buffoon. I know she's an entertainer, both of them are. But Nicki Minaj wasn't entertaining. She wasn't up there as a rapper. She was up there as her regular self, speaking about what she believed, whether you agree or don't agree. She wasn't trying to be entertaining. She was dressed. She was well-spoken. She put thought into what she was saying. And I didn't watch the whole interview while she was up there with Charlie Kirk's wife, right? I didn't hear her say anything about the LGBT5s. I didn't hear her say anything about the trans community in a negative light, right? Because a lot of people, I even seen people say, yo, the trans community built your career. And I'm saying, damn, word? Where the fuck was I at? Like, the trans community built her career? Really? One black woman, she's like, and I'm a black woman, and to keep it all the way honest, I didn't know how to, to put makeup on and wear my hair and all that until I start having gay friends. I'm like, oh, what? Like, this is the rhetoric that's out there online. I kid you not. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious, right? Black women is online saying that they didn't know how to properly put makeup on, properly do their hair, get flea, right? Or whatever the sayings is, until some gay men showed them how to do it. Or some trans women, right? Showed them how to do it. And they basically saying that when Nicki Minaj came out, 2004, 2005, right? Somewhere around there. Talking about like when she got on, not like when she was still copying Lil Kim and doing the freestyles and all that before Lil Wayne picked her up, right? Very, very talented rap-wise. We know that. Definitely one of the best female rappers, right? But I said, damn, when Young Money was out and she, was, coming out with, Shorty, let me tell you, you the illest, like when she was doing all these things, right? You got style, you got spunk. The trans community bigged her up like that? Just let me know if I'm mistaken. Because I'm like, damn, I came home in 04 for my 10 years, right? 94, 04. Like, damn. Young Money came out. Obviously, the Drakes and all, right? Bedrock and all that shit came out. Then her first album came out, the Pink Print. I'm saying, damn, the trans community, the gay community, they propelled her career? I don't think so. And when we lie blatantly about certain shit, it's like I cannot even take you serious in a real argument conversation. I can't take you serious. So when you were like, yeah, she hate herself, she turned her back on the community that put her there. I didn't hear her say not one ill thing about the trans community or the LGBT5. I didn't hear her say not one thing. Now, she may say some things that you don't agree with. I don't agree with, right? And for the record, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican, so I honestly believe that I come with an opinion in the middle. Meaning like I'm not all the way here. I'm not all the way here. I may not be right, but I'm not thumping hard for the Democrat plantation. I'm not going hard for the megas and the Donald Trumps. I could give a fuck, right? I think right is right, wrong is wrong, and I call a spade. It just is what it is. Miss Rosie Perez. So I'm not overzealous, but I see a lot of y'all as overzealous. Black women talking about gay men teaching them how to be a fucking woman? What are we talking about? Like, that's not the flex that you thought it was, sister. Sister. That's not the flex you thought it was. So it was some bird bum bitch shit you just came online. And if you got kids, they should be ashamed of you for even saying some shit like that. Even if it's true. Even if they, showed you some tips that you ain't go on YouTube or you didn't know, none of your other friends, that they wanted to keep all the glory and attention on them so they ain't show you. You're supposed to keep that to yourself. Don't say no motherfucking gay man shows you how to... Shit is just crazy. But back to what she was saying. More conservative views, more Christian-like views. She wasn't up there as Nicki Minaj, the performer. She wasn't up there like yada 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 yada. She wasn't up there doing that. That's what Megan did. Megan got up there, had her motherfucking blue suits on with the white blouse with the red fucking tie, with a whole bunch of other black girls up there shaking their ass at a presidential campaign rally. What's more disrespectful? What Nicki Minaj did or that? And for the people to be going so hard, which I could give a fuck. You can burn the Barbie house down. I don't care. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Because I don't give a fuck. But I do take notice. I do sit back and say, this is who we got to watch. Because this is why we can't come up. Same way we started the show with fuck the streets, fuck prison, the hashtags. We got to get out of this black nigga fatigue shit. Just because you're not Democrat don't mean you a sellout. Just because you ain't going with what masses say don't mean you a sellout. And both sides. Because they ain't no... But it's the same fucking government. I don't know why we don't get that. That's why in the last live I spoke about, you can say what you want about Diddy. And it might be very, very true of what you're speaking about Diddy. But what you can't say is that I heard no other entertainer, black entertainer, say what he said. None. Which is, if you forgot, because this gets swept under the rug, people, they don't talk about this because you got to talk about the baby oil, how many niggas he done put to sleep and did dirty, which is, all that shit is foul, right? Pop goes the weasel. For the niggas that he did foul, y'all should have been popped the weasel, but you didn't. You want a lawsuit out of it. You don't want the nigga dead. You don't want his house burnt to the goddamn ground. You want to do documentaries and shit. You don't want the nigga dead, right? And that's just how I feel. But what did he say? He said, yo, you know what make us strong? Us being us black folks? Oh, but you're black. He said, we shouldn't just have Republicans, Democrats. We should have the Black Party. Like the Black Panthers, Wakanda forever. We should have the Black Party. Make them niggas work for our vote. So that our voices be strong. Our movement be strong. But we so stuck on the Bloods and the Crips and, the Democrats and Republicans. If you on one side, then, you got the Joe Buttons and Lamont Hill, from all these black women online going out. And I'm not defending her. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes she be saying some outlandish shit. It's like, is this girl really on coke? I'm trying to defend you. Trying to find a reason to be on your side. But you just keep going on these long rants and you just be bugging out. Seems like, right? That's the narrative anyway. We don't know if she bugging out or not. She said some stuff like, white women shouldn't have to, dress down or, put themselves down. Some shit about beauty, like black women is, shaming them. And it's like, I disagree with that, Nikki. I don't know where you coming with that. I don't know what angle you was using. But those are your views. So I'm not going to knock you. I'm not going to get online like, yeah, you a coon, you were this, you were that. Because shaking your ass for the black vote, that's some coon shit to me. We don't give a fuck if you an entertainer. What do you have to say outside of being an entertainer? Can you give us some well put together thoughts? Can you let us hear your thought pattern? Can you speak to us without saying a fucking rap and shaking your funky ass? Bitch. Yeah, bitch. I gotta say it like that, right? I know she with Clay now. He might be like, yo, you talking about my girl, nigga. You know what I mean? How he was talking about the mother niggas. You're going to be fighting the whole internet, Clay. I'm sorry. Because niggas going to talk about her. Every time she put her foot in her mouth, niggas going to talk about her. But she up there, addy, vote for Kamala, vote Kamala. And that was some coon bum bitch shit to me. It's like, I'm not never voting for you. Because this is all you have to offer. Now, I'm not saying we going to run to the other side because Nikki was in a skirt and she was speaking proper and she wasn't looking crazy or performing, but she has a right to express herself outside of being an entertainer. We have to give her that grace. You could disagree and that'll be fine. But you were cool, you turning your back on the community that got you there. How? Is it her fault that a whole bunch of gay men want to be her? They want to dress like her, they want to play makeup, and they want to, be a Barb? Is that her fault? Or is that people just riding the wave and wanting to be down and be in the comments attacking motherfuckers, right? Same with the Beyonce, the people that followers and the followers. I just thought it was real funny how people came out and they were so vehemently angry, mad, ready to cancel. I'm sure she's canceled. She could give a fuck, I could give a fuck, but ready to cancel. And it's like, y'all really mad because she was talking some Christian shit? That's basically what it is, because this is, last time I checked, I know Islam is the fastest growing religion in America, probably across the world, right? But still here we on the cross shit. Let me not hold the gun. Cross shit. I mean, we still in a Christian state, country, and although some churches, sections, divisions, and what have you, of Catholics, of Protestant, of Baptists, of the different fractions of Christianity. We know it's not just one Christian. You have the Protestants, you have the Baptists, you have the Catholic, you have the Roman. They got different fractions, right? Same way, in Islam, you got Sunni, you got Shiites, you got different, divisions of that same religion. Some may be like, yeah, come to church as you is. We accept you in Christ's name, even if you like, how you doing? We accept you, right? Or come as you want, come as you is. And then some be like, well, Christ didn't accept that. The Bible says Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, so we can't rock with you. So that's all she was doing. She saying, look, I'm a Christian. I know I be rapping about, R&B niggas, and I be rapping about certain shit, but that's my entertainment persona. Now that I stand here as Nicki Minaj, the person, not the artist, I don't believe in certain things. I think we should move a certain way. You can't get mad. I mean, you can, but it really shows who you are and how you riding with the certain party. And if we ain't on that train with you, we looked at as coons, or that's why I'm glad I'm not with none of that shit. So that's one thing they won't never be able to say about me if my channel ever go viral tomorrow because I said some shit that people got offended over. Yeah, he's a Republican. He's on Donald Trump's side. No, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of righteousness. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Period. That's the side that I'm on. We got one more topic we're going to get to on tomorrow's games and shit. How long we been on here now? A little hour and 10 minutes. Let's talk about this last topic. Only because everybody's talking about it. So we got Cayenne Pepper, a.k.a. Miss Cheyenne Bryant, right? Big famous relationship guru expert on relationships. And she just was recently at the Jeezy, I was about to say Jeezy Awards. She just was at the Jeezy concert, and I think it was supposed to be a black tie affair, so you dressing your best. I've been to a few black tie affairs. I've been to a few all white affairs. Obviously, we some stylish motherfuckers, so we could put it together. We could put it together the way we want to put it together. You know what I mean? And we do. You know what I'm saying? She looked tacky. She looked at raunchy. She looked like she could get it. I mean, if that's what she going for, like, damn, shorty could get it. Like, you know what I mean? Nigga a beat and keep it pushing, right? And the only reason why I want to speak about this, a lot of men were speaking about it. Choke No Joke, Gotham City, Gotham, a couple of other channels. And it seemed like just men was talking about it, even though under the comments, ladies was commenting and giving their commentary on it as well. Some in favor, some not. A lot of times how they deflect and they try to 52 block with the sign language. It's like, how men going, men shouldn't have the right to speak on women's bodies, etc. We could do what we want. We could code switch. We can, dress sophisticated. We can dress like we a stripper and still be, elegant minds. And we can still do what the fuck we want to do. Nigga, who is you to tell us what we could do, right? And from a side glance, I'll say, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Who the fuck is us to tell you what to do with your life? This is your life. You can live it the way you want to live it, right? Right, cool. Well, I disagree with that strongly is because you in your 40s, right? I think she like 43, 44, you know what I mean? And she still looked good to me. She was flowing her little shit. Just Google it. Cheyenne Bryant, gotta put the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant at the Jeezy concert. But she had like a black see-through thing on, and under it was like a green bra and green panties, right? Real tacky. Even some women they know. They're like, yeah, this shit look goofy. This bitch is a bird. Right? And the reason why I want to talk about it, they're like, oh, a lot of men are talking about who y'all think y'all is, with opinions on women and their bodies and what they could do, how they could do it, and how they could do it. I say, on Halloween, if you dress like an officer, then that means you're what? You're an officer. You're not really an officer. You're just dressed like an officer. If you got Freddy, if you got the Jason shit on like I had, then that means you Jason for Halloween. If you got some Spider-Man shit on, that means you Spider-Man for Halloween. If you motherfucking Freddy Krueger, you see the claws over there, right? If you Freddy Krueger, well, on Instagram, you might not be able to see that way, but YouTube, you can see the whole background. No matter what if you Wolverine, that means you Wolverine for Halloween. People are going to know what you are. Same thing for you ladies. You can have PhDs and 3D5s and HVCs. You can have all that shit. I just made it up to be funny, to try to get a soundbite. You can have all that shit. But if you come out with your ass hanging, your titties showing, and you looking like a 304 prostitute, slut, stripper, fans only, porn star, you may not be that, but if men look at you like that, you cannot get mad at us. You can't say, yo, we need to change our minds and make our mind Jedi tricky something and, do a fucking, a Jedi mind trick on our minds and say, yeah, I see she's dressed in some 304 shit, but she's a doctor. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Because if I put on some dirty clothes and I'm hanging on the back of a sanitation truck, what am I? I'm a fucking sanitation garbage worker. Right. That's what I am. If I put on a white coat and I got the, what you call them shits, the shit that go in your ear, the telescope or whatever the shit is, then I'm a doctor. If I got the shit that listen to your heart, I'm a doctor. And when you see me in the train, or you see, if nobody spoke no words and we all just got on the train and we was going to work, one person dressed like a policeman, one person dressed like a fireman, one person dressed like a doctor, a lawyer, etc. If nobody said no words and we just all got on the train or the bus or we came out our apartments and started walking in the same direction, and somebody on the sideline, a group was on the sideline, regular people, and we was looking at people, how will we identify? You say, oh, I see the badge, that's an officer. I see the fire emblem, that's a fireman. Oh, I see the telescope or whatever that shit is on their neck. Oh, that's a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I see the garbage shit. Oh, that's the garbage man. Or you see the construction shit. Oh, that's the foreman. That's the construction man. We're going to judge you how we see you. Our mind is not going to say, damn, I see the uniform, I see the badge. It's an officer, but that's a lawyer. You're not going to do that because your brain is not going to let you do that. What's the point that I'm making? She could claim to be a guru. She could claim to be a doctor, relationship specialist. She could claim to be all that shit. But the way she was dressed and how she came out, it was classless, in my opinion. It was tacky. We see why you probably still playing the field for 4 or 5 years, spinning the block with your invisible dude. A lot of people saying it's a chick. You want some lesbian shit. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. You want to be a lesbian? And you want your little box licked, then cool, get your little box licks. Right? Ain't nothing wrong with a little licky, sticky to sticky, and be quickie. Give me the loot. Your Mac 11, then shoot. Like, get it how you get it. Cool. Nobody gonna judge. I mean, we gonna judge and talk shit, but who cares? Because that's your authentic self. So I look and say, damn, you talking all this relationship shit, broken homes, you a specialist, you a scientist, you a rocket launcher, you all this other bubblegum bullshit. But no man to show for, no rings. And that doesn't make you unaccomplished or it doesn't make you a failure. But it said you got a lot of opinions on a lot of black men. Black men, right? A lot of opinions. Stephen A. And we not here to blame women. Stephen A. We're not going to be blaming these women, nigga. Because women can do what the fuck they want with no accountability. That's just what it reeks of. Seeing Gotham City or whatever, my brother Gotham, I was surprised. Every time I seen her, I didn't really agree with what she was saying, but she was very elegant. She was very sophisticated. And I commented on the page like, nigga, she fooled you and I'm surprised in you. I'm a little disappointed because I seen this shit from a mile away. Who didn't see that she was just an attention-seeking type of person? I seen that shit from a mile away, personally. And that's why Paul Pierce called out like, so, at your age bracket, how long you been somebody working, woo, like, yo, I'm from LA, you from LA, you ain't gonna run that shit on me, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Like, you ain't gonna run that shit on me, yeah, bitch. Simon, the realist, what's the word? Like, you ain't gonna run that shit on me. What is hidden for? Where your man at? Because you talking all this fly shit. Talking about 50 Cent, but you pick and choose who you would get with, who you wouldn't get with. Like, we see the play. Nigga ain't fucking with you. Nigga not fucking with you at all, shorty. So, I'm not surprised, though, that she came out looking like she looked. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I thought the look was tacky. But did she look good as far as her body and all that? Yeah, men gonna look, we gonna judge. Like, yeah, she could get it. I mean, you ain't over the hill. Some women in their 40s is over the hill, but the way these doctors and these, transformers be transforming at these ages, they got a little couple dollars to make their shit go back 10, 15 years, and we ain't gonna knock it. You gonna look good, nigga may pop, but is he gonna stick around for the long haul? That's the real question. Now, whether you want him to, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole subject. We can broach it another time. But the reality is, this is why you probably spinning the block with your invisible guy or girl. You ain't wifed up and you coming out like that. This is the problem with Keke Palmer. This is why people had an issue with her, or the men and her own baby father, right? Like, damn, you a whole mom. You a whole newborn mom. You at the Usher concert with your whole box showing, your whole thongs is out. Like, what the fuck is you doing, bitch? Like, what is you doing? Like, you ain't got no nigga at home. Like if you single, do what the fuck you want. When you got somebody, you're not representing yourself no more. You're representing the couple. You're representing your partner too, right? Your significant other. And it just look a little tacky. And that's why some men was getting at it. It's not that we really care. It's just that we don't want our little nieces and our little cousins going out, whack like that. It's a whack move. Because you could be a Claire Huxtable and all these years later still be desired. And you ain't going to find no man really that be like, yo, Claire Huxtable is not a good looking woman. Or like I wouldn't wife her, or she wasn't my crush. People in that era. Now, if you my son age, you in your 20s, you 21, you 19, you still could go back and look at the old videos and images, and you'd be like, oh, she's a gorgeous woman. Sophisticated, smart, fire, fiery, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't trying to put the fire out. Just saying that you ain't got to come out with your ass cheeks out with the thong in between, wearing them shits that separate your butt cheeks. So your whole, the shit is in between your ass cheeks. And that's how you decided to come out. And then yesteryear, I'll end this topic with this. Years ago, you had to stand outside, sing some doo-woppity bullshit song, right? The ladies back then was wearing skirts to their ankles. And even if they was giving it up, it was no social media. It wasn't like it is now. So we didn't know. You had to meet her parents, meet her motherfucking crazy father. He came to the door with the shotgun. What you gonna do with my daughter? What's your intentions? You had to meet the uncles, meet the brothers, all that just to go to a movie with a motherfucker in the back of the car with you chaperoning. Now, all you gotta do is open up Instagram and all this shit is for free. Pussy been free. Crack costs money, but the pussy been free. And KRS-One been told us that. The pussy is free, but the crack costs money. Oh yeah. Said the pussy is free, but the crack costs money. Oh yeah. Like the crack costs money, bro. Pussy been free. For niggas that they think is handsome enough. Niggas that they deem, cool enough. If you ain't cool, then you gonna pay. They're gonna take you to the cleaners. They're gonna make you feel like you less than, treat you like a stool because you put them on a pedestal. See the difference? Somebody that's you just regular them and they like your style, you could pop in the first night, pop in the first day. You ain't gotta go to lobster dinner and shrimp and steak and all that. You could go get a donut and a coffee and then have them booty clapping sounds. And that's how I go. It may sound a little harsh to hear out loud, but, talk to your uncles that been around. Talk to your pops if he around. Talk to your cousins and them that, have their ways. And you'll see. If you just a green in the face ass young brother and you don't know, I feel sorry for you coming up in today's times. Because your heart gonna be broke. You're going to get taken to the cleaners. By the time you look up and even realize what the fuck happened to you, you're going to be jaded and like, yo, fuck these bitches. And you might be red pill. You might be a manosphere guy. You're going to be on the red pill channels talking about single baby mothers and all that shit. All right, we're going to get out of here with this. Tomorrow's Christmas. I don't celebrate once again. I do got to work tomorrow. Some people do got to work tomorrow like me. But we will go over the Christmas games because it's 5 of them. And I'll do that we're going to act like this is a NBA Picking with Pop show. So with that being said, Friday Night Live show is over now. And this is how I would start my NBA show. Because we're going to make this video for tomorrow. And this is how I started. What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, Picking with Pop. Let's go.
Yeah. Great fire.
Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building? Trying to break the house. What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid. That feeling back up in here one more again. And we got a nice slate today. Christmas Day games. 5 games on the slate. But as we always do, we're going to give a quick little recap. So today was no games, obviously, and this show was on Christmas Eve, even though it was the Christmas show. And on the 23rd, Tuesday, it was 14 games, and we did bad. We went 5-9. Like we really went bad. We gave out 6 locks, and we hit 1. We went 1-5. We lost the play of the day. Oklahoma City Thunder, they had lost to San Antonio Spurs in the knockout round to get to play in the championship for Vegas. They lost 109, 111. So we like, all right, this is the spin back. OKC is the best team in the league. They probably will go back to back, right? Wrong. And although the game was at the Spurs, OKC was given 5.5, and the Spurs won by 20. The Spurs won 130 to 110. Like they spanked them niggas. And had me a little shocky. And I like to be transparent, whether you believe it or not. 5 games, I had the opposite and I changed. Had the Suns change to the Lakers. Had the Spurs change to OKC. Had the Bucks change to Indiana. And those are the only games. Those are the only games. Anyway, we went 5-9, bringing our grand total record up to 239 and 203. Far as the locks, we are now 106 and 97 and 1 push. And as far as the play of the day, we are 28 and 34. So we 6. I don't know why my sound is doing that. I don't know why it's doing that, Bob. How about now? Maybe I'm a little loud and getting a little crazy. Anyway, we're going to finish the show off with the NBA. So, first game up, we got my New York Knicks at home going against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Knicks giving 5.5. Knicks coming off that loss to Minnesota. Let me check the injury report for the Knicks. Look like everybody is gonna play except Shamet and Miles McBride. So Brunson will play. Anna Ginobili will play. As far as Cleveland, still missing Evan Mobley. Still missing Strauss. They've been missing Max Strauss. These two teams played already? Did these two teams play already? If I'm a little slow with the show, forgive me because this is live action. I didn't do no studying yet. All right, the Knicks did beat Cleveland 119-111, first game of the season. I like the Knicks to bounce back. After that loss to Minnesota, Brunson is rested. Ginobili is rested. It's the first game of the NBA day. Cleveland coming off a nice win over the Pelicans. I think the Knicks win tomorrow. I think the Knicks win, and I think they cover the spread. Next game up, got the San Antonio Spurs at OKC. OKC giving 9.5. This is going to be the third time these two teams has played in the last 13 days. Shit. One second. Got to clock out. I like OKC. There's no other way to look except taking OKC. 9.5 is a lot of points. You know what? OKC should win. This is going to be the first time that they playing them at their building. Beat them twice. Beat them convincingly. I know they're going to be mad. I know they're going to be like, yo, we got to beat these niggas. Because the Spurs is playing good. 71% of the public is on the Spurs with that 9.5, and I'm not mad at them for that. The money line for OKC is 358. 90% of the people believe OKC will win money line. So do I. I don't think they cover the spread. Let me look at injuries for San Antonio. No injuries listed. They know a Christmas game is ready. Let me look at the injuries for OKC. I.J. Mitchell, Jalen Williams, and Osman, this guy. How much he averaged? He averaged 4. He ain't no real factor. I like the Spurs. I was going to take OKC, but yeah, now you got to prove that you could beat them. You got to prove it to me. I should have went with the Spurs in the last game. I ended up changing it, thinking OKC would get the get back. And they might get the get back now, but maybe it's just a matchup problem. And maybe Houston, we have a problem. Next game up, got the Dallas Mavericks out on the road at Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors giving 8.5. Warriors, they won their last game. They beat the Magic. Beat the Magic convincingly by 23, which is a lot. Did they play Dallas yet this season? don't look like it. So we'll do this real quick, because I ain't in a rush. Last 5 matchups, Golden State Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks. Warriors won the last one by 24, 126-102. Mavericks won the last 2, 111-107, 143-133. Let me see if was Luka on the team back then. Kyrie played, Jimmy Butler played, Buddy Hill, and what about for them? Klay Thompson, man. Yeah, they ain't even. I like Dallas. I like Dallas with that 8.5. I think Golden State wins. I like Dallas. The public is on Dallas too. Dallas coming off losing. Oh no, actually Dallas coming off. Damn, Dallas coming off. I forgot. They beat they beat Denver Nuggets 131-130. We had Denver as a lock. Fucking bastards. Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Lakers at home getting 2.5 from the Houston Rockets. Houston, we have a problem. Is Luka gonna play tomorrow? Luka, lower leg, game time decision. Hamachi Mora, game time decision. That don't look good. He might play, he might not. Dorian Finley, game time decision. Sagoon, game time decision. Did these 2 teams play already? I'm not sure if they did or not. Lakers. All right, so this is going to be the first matchup between these 2 teams, Houston Rockets and the Lakers. I think that spread is a little low. It's given that Luka and them is going to play. It's kind of hard to tell right now because it's Christmas Eve for those that celebrate. Again, I don't celebrate, and I'm only doing this video now on my live so I can just chop it up and just put it up later, and I don't have to do a video, tomorrow. Maybe I will, though, but I doubt if I get up early to do some fucking video. I doubt it. I got to work tomorrow in the afternoon, so I doubt it. Houston lost their last game to the Clippers. I like Houston. I like Houston minus the 2.5. I think they could go in there and beat the Lakers. Last game of the night, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves at Denver. Denver minus 2.5. These 2 teams already played, I think, 3 times already. This might be the last game that they playing. Let me see. I know they played already once. All right, the Nuggets beat them 123-112. And the third game of the season, Denver beat them 127-114. It's a tough. Let me look at the injury report real quick. Cameron Johnson is out till January 2nd. That's a big blow. We know that Aaron Gordon is still out and Christian Brown is still out. And for the Timberwolves, who they got out? Jalen Daniels, game time decision. I like Minnesota. I think Minnesota could come in and win. I know Denver beat them twice. I don't think they beat them 3 times in a row. So that's why I'm gonna go with Minnesota at night. All right, let's get to this real quick. Let's get to the theme music real quick.
Great fire.
When I win the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, popping his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When I win the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, popping his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
All right, guys, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner chicken dinners. It's 5 games, so we're gonna give out 3 locks, and I'm going with Houston. I'm going with Minnesota, and the play of the day is the New York Knicks over the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's who I'm going with. That's who I like. You let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. All I ask is that you hit the like button. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA, Picking with Pop on Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money today.